Good evening to all. Today we will discuss about internal resistance of a cell, and let us derive an expression for internal resistance of a cell. First let us discuss about internal resistance. The word itself, it is not external, it is the internal resistance of a cell. And the internal resistance of a cell is represented by small r. Suppose I am taking one cell. This is a cell. Imagine, let it be, this is some DNA cell is having two electrodes. One is cathode, another is anode. So when they are connected externally to the resistance, this is external resistance capital R. Within a solution, therefore the electrodes are dipped in a solution. This solution is called electrolyte. In this case, the negative ion will move towards a positive plate and the positive ion will move towards a negative plate. That means, yes, the ions will migrate externally, electrons will flow from negative plate to positive plate. Therefore, there are two types of flow. One is electron flow in the external circuit and ions flow in the within the circuit or within the cell. Therefore, external resistance that is capital R is due to flow of electrons, in a wire. Therefore, whenever the electron flows through the wire, the resistance offered due to the flow of electron will be called as external resistance. But here we are having one more resistance, called the internal resistance, represented by small r. This internal resistance is due to ions flow. Externally electrons will flow. Internally within a cell, ions will flow from electrolyte to the electrode. Negative ion towards the positive plate and positive ion towards the negative plate. Therefore, these ions movement will be restricted by electrolyte. This resistance offered due to the electrolyte is called internal resistance. Or we can say that internal resistance is caused due to flow of ions in a solution. This is very, very important. External resistance R is caused due to flow of electrons in a wire. Internal resistance that is occurring within the cell, that is due to flow of ions within the cell. Therefore, internal resistance is caused by the flow of ion, external resistance due to the flow of electron. Now I want to define what is internal resistance. Represented by small r is nothing but resistance offered. Internal resistance is nothing but resistance offered to the ions flow. Resistance offered to the ions flow, or we can say that current flow. Ions flow, or we can say the current flow by an electrolyte inside the cell. By an electrolyte inside the cell. Inside the cell is called internal resistance, represented by small r. How we are going to derive an expression for internal resistance is our next task. For example, I am buying one everyday cell from the shop. This is positive terminal and this is negative terminal. So before opening the seal, that is before connecting to the external any light or anything, first I am measuring what is the voltage of the cell by connecting voltmeter across the two ends. This is positive terminal and this is a negative terminal. That means this type of connection is called open circuit. Why open circuit? Means it is not externally connected with any bulb or any external device. Therefore, first case, this is called open circuit. Open circuit means the cell is not connected externally, but before buying, I want to check what is the potential difference between the two terminals of this cell, and this is called EMF. Therefore, in open circuit, now the voltmeter reads or measures potential difference between the very important terminal is between the terminals, positive and negative terminals. Terminals of a cell is called electromotive force, EMF of a cell. Therefore, EMF of a cell is nothing but open circuit potential difference, and this measured as E And suppose, for example, I am saying this voltage, initially when I am buying, I measure this voltage is 1.5 volt. This is open circuit measured with the help of voltmeter, and the voltmeter readings corresponding to the difference in potential between the two terminals of a battery, for example, between the positive and negative terminals. Then second, in a closed circuit, in the book it is given in a different way. In a closed circuit, again I am thinking I am thinking about same battery, same every cell, but this time it is connected with one bulb. This bulb is having some external resistance R. With the bulb, now it is again connected with a voltmeter to measure the potential difference between the two ends of the resistance. This is called A and this is called B. So that means what is the difference between these two is, here there is no bulb, here the bulb is connected. With the bulb is kept in contact, now the difference in potential between the two ends I am going to measure. And this is called closed circuit. Therefore, in a closed circuit, now the voltmeter, in this case the voltmeter reads a potential difference between not the two terminals, between the two external ends of the resistance. This potential alone will measure by the voltmeter, not this one. Therefore, this is called potential difference between the two ends of the resistance, between the two ends, not two terminals. Two ends of R, and this is given as T. Open circuit voltmeter reads EMF of a cell represented by E. When it is closed, now the voltmeter reads the difference in potential between the two ends of the resistance, not the two terminals of the battery. And this voltmeter reads is V. But remember, this voltmeter reads V is always less than G. For example, before connecting, the battery may shows the reading of 1.5. With the bulb, it may shows the value something less than 1.5. This is the problem. And this V, according to Ohm's law, voltage drop across the resistance V equal to IR. Therefore, this is I am taking equation number 1, first one. So what happened is, when it is connected in this slice, now the total current in the circuit is total current in the circuit. Therefore, I am redrawing the closed circuit. Third case, in a closed circuit. In a closed circuit, see, this is our cell. This cell I am drawing like this one, and this is our external resistance. And within the battery there will be small resistance, I could call this as R, and the external resistance we can expect in R. The current flowing through this one is I. What is the total EMF is E. This is the actual closed circuit diagram. Therefore, in a closed circuit diagram, what is the total current? Total current, since this capital and R are in series, total current is I. There is no problem. Then what is the total resistance? Total resistance, since these two are in series, total resistance will becomes R plus R. R plus R. Therefore, now suppose the total EMF equal to E. Now the current I could be written as total EMF E divided by total resistance is R plus R. This is very, very important. Equation number 2. Therefore, in a closed circuit, if at all there is a small resistance R lying inside the cell, that is inside the cell, there is a small resistance R. Imagine it will have a small resistance R. When they are connected is a closed, the total EMF is E, but external resistance is R plus R. Therefore, I equal to E by R plus R. Therefore, you rearrange this. Therefore, I could be written as I into capital R plus I into small r. Our aim is to find out this R. Or we can write E equal to, what is IR? Here that is V, P plus IR. Therefore, internal resistance IR could be written as E minus V. Or internal resistance R is equal to E minus V by I. This is an important formula. Let it be equation number 3. That's all. Therefore, internal resistance can also be written as R is equal to E minus V by, what is the expression for I? I means I could be written as V by R. You can also write this as V by R can be written as like this one. This is another expression for internal resistance R. That's all. Therefore, the internal resistance is something the resistance offered by the cell to the flow of current, but especially for the movement of ions inside the electrolyte. And this internal resistance can be measured by taking two conditions. In the open circuit, what the potentiometer reads is called EMF. When it is closed, what the voltmeter reads is called potential difference. Both are not same. But V is always less than E because due to the presence of some internal resistance inside the cell. Therefore, in this circuit, in a closed circuit, external resistance R, internal resistance small r, the total EMF E, therefore current is I. We can write that I is equal to total EMF by R plus R. From this, based on this, now you can derive that internal resistance R is equal to E minus V by V into R, an important 3-mark question. So you can write it even in a simple way. Therefore, the 3 important point is open circuit, closed circuit, then ultimate the closed circuit, and this expression is very important. Now let us see what will happen when the cells are connected in series and when the cells are connected in parallel. Let us see, next one is what will happen when the cells are connected in series and the cells are connected in parallel. Let us study about what will happen when the cells are connected in series and when the cells are connected in parallel. Let us see. Okay. So let us see about what will happen when the cells are connected in series and parallel. For our convenience, I am dividing this into 2 parts. Here, let the cells are in parallel. Let us see here, the cells are in series. So you know that when the cells are connected in series means positive terminal with the negative terminal, positive terminal with the negative terminal, positive terminal with the negative terminal. Likewise, you can go for N. Assume that there are N cells are connected in series such that current through each resistor or each cell will remain same. And the internal resistance of each cell, suppose all the cells are identical, then we can say that internal resistance of first one is R, second is R, third is R, third is R, connected across an external resistance capital R. Each EMF is E, EMF is E, EMF is E, EMF is E. Therefore, our aim is to find out, write an expression for the sum of all these things. Therefore, when the cells are connected in series, current I remains same. But the total voltage E of total equal to sum of all. That is E of first one, E of second one, E of third one, up to N terms. Therefore, we can say that E of T is equal to N times of E. That's all. Then what will be the total resistance? RT is equal to external resistance is R and the internal resistance is R plus R plus R plus, because they are in series. Therefore, RT could be written as R plus N times of R. That's all. Therefore, total EMF equal to NE, total resistance equal to R plus NR. Then what is the total current? Because current remains same, that equal to total current is V by R. Therefore, NE by your right is R plus NR small r. This is the internal resistance small r and R is the capital resistance. This is the expression for when the cells are connected in series. Based on this, now I can write 3 different cases. For example, in this case, number 1. Suppose if external resistance R is very much greater than the internal resistance NR. External resistance R, so the internal resistance is very small. Then in this case, when R is greater than NR, then you can neglect this NR. Therefore, the equation, suppose this is equation 1. Equation 1 could be written as I is equal to NE by R is greater, NR is neglected. Therefore, this is equal to N times of E by R. This E by R is nothing but I is equal to M times of I1. Therefore, total current is equal to sum of the individual currents. The current will be more. Suppose alternately, when the external resistance is more, external resistance less or internal resistance of the cell is more, it is used for longer time. When the cell is used for more longer time, internal resistance will goes on increases. Then in this case, NR is greater, therefore R is neglected. Now this equation becomes I is equal to NE by, since R is lesser, is neglected by NR. Therefore it is E by R. Therefore current is very less, that is only due to one cell. That means if the internal resistance is more, all the cells will become a single cell. If the internal resistance is less, the total current will become more current. Suppose if the internal resistance and external resistance is not, suppose if the internal resistance and external resistance of the each cells are not same, suppose all are different, then in this case what we will write? Therefore I is equal to, if all the batteries are different, then we can say that E1 plus E2 plus like up to En divided by R plus R1 plus R2 plus like Rn. That's all. Similarly, how will you calculate for cells are in parallel? In cells in parallel, all the cells are connected one across the other. Okay, likewise. All positive terminals are connected here, all the negative terminals are connected here, and the total, everything is connected across the total distance will be equal to capital R. Now the voltage will be E, inter resistance is R. In this case, current will get divided into different currents. This is I1, I2, I3. Current will be different, but voltage will be same. Then what is the total voltage? E2 is equal to E. What is the total resistance? R plus, when they are connected in parallel, the equal to formula is R by N. This is total resistance of parallel combination. Now in this case, what is the total current I? I is equal to, as usual, Et by RT, that is equal to E by R plus small r by N, or we can write this as N into capital R by small r divided by N, or we can write this as I is equal to N can be taken to the numerator, therefore NE divided by R plus N into R. So just small difference. Here it is capital R plus N into small r. Here R small r into N into capital R. That's all. Now again you apply the two conditions. Number one. Suppose when R is very large compared to NR, R can be neglected. Therefore I is equal to NG by this R. Therefore this is equal to N times of total current. Therefore when the internal resistance is very small, all the currents will be again added. Suppose alternately, when R is very less than NR, internal resistance is more, NR. Then in this case, since R is neglected, this can be neglected. Therefore, now I is equal to Ng by R. Again, the current is also more, N times of I. Therefore, when the cells are having more internal resistance, it is preferable to connect in parallel. Think that. When the cells are in series, if the internal resistance is very high, it is not preferred to connect in series. Series very high internal resistance உள்ள செல்ல கனெக்ட் பண்ணினா கரண்ட் குறையும். அப்ப internal resistance செல்லுக்கு அதிகமா இருந்தா it is better to connect in parallel. What is the basic concept? When the cells are connected in series, all the EMF will be added. All the resistance will be added. Therefore total current is IAB equal to R plus N by R. But in this case, when the cells are connected in parallel now, total EMF will be same. But what will be the resistance now? R into idella enna R by N parallel combination. Idu konjam maatra N into R divided by R. N will goes upward. Therefore NU by small r into NR. Small difference. You see that small difference. Based on this, suppose what will happen when some of the cells are in series and some of the cells are parallel, that combination, and also two cells in series and two cells in parallel, and this we'll discuss in the next class. So in this class, we have discussed about internal resistance and derived the expression for internal resistance, and also we have derived an expression for what will happen when the cells are connected in series. You see the difference, capital R N into small r. Here small r N into capital R. That is the difference. Just to understand the basic concepts, based on this we may solve or we may ask to solve some problems that we will discuss in the next classes. So try to understand these concepts, very important. So rest we'll see in the next class. Till then I am leaving from you, your master is Anandanarayan.